Well, Gaffer, Bristol City, the final opponents before the break, and you want to build on the positive performance on Wednesday night?
Yeah, I mean, when you have 2 home games in a week, so close together, obviously they're 2 different games in terms of how we look at them. We adapted to what we thought was the right way of playing against Bournemouth, and the lads defensively did it well, without having enough or as much attacking impact in the game as we would have liked. But we've spoke about that in terms of what changed in the second half, and we need to learn from it and make sure that if that similar thing happened tactically, what we would do. But no, there was a lot of good stuff, and then obviously we've got another home game before the international break. You've then not got a game for 2 weeks, so it's an important fixture in the sense of how you go into that break. So we feel that it's an important game tomorrow.
And because of the break coming up, the energy expended in that game against Bournemouth, I suppose you just say to the players, look, you've got one game and then you've got a break, put it all on the line.
Yeah, they need to tomorrow, and in terms of we need to play with energy, we need to make sure we look good on and off the ball. But our home form has been really good. I know I keep saying it, but we're now 5 home games in. Only West Brom have beat us, and again we're a bit unfortunate to lose. And our home form's good, and we've got to remember that we've played against 2 teams that have just come out of the Premiership, added to Sheffield United, so we've played all the teams that have come out of the Premiership. I know Sheffield United was away, so we've had some tough fixtures, and I think it's key tomorrow if we can get 3 points, and you look at the Bournemouth game and think, okay, it was a good point, but it's only a good point if you get 3 on the Saturday.
Yeah, people probably don't look at that. Actually, the fixtures, as you rightly say, we have played we had a really tough start in terms of the games you come up against. Even when you take individual isolated games like Luton on the opening day, difficult place to go. So, to be where you are, you're fairly comfortable, particularly if you get the result on Saturday.
Yeah, we need to address the away form, and we've got 2 weeks to sort out something. I need to address that. There's no doubt about it. But we can only focus on what we can at the moment, and obviously it's another home game, and we have to get another home performance. And if we can do that, then it gives us a good chance. It gives us a chance anyway. But we have to perform in many ways similar to Wednesday in terms of how solid we looked when we're defending in our half and in our last third. In the low block, we have to make sure we defend exactly how we did. Good, solid unit. And we have to have more of an attacking threat definitely tomorrow.
Yeah. This league's crazy though, isn't it? You go to see Coventry last week and you think what a side they are, and then they go and lose 5-0 at Luton, and it just shows the strength in this league and how it can be so close in terms of the points.
I think that's the key in the Championship. The key is if you can get a run of games where you pick up points, it changes so quickly. That's why, although people mentioned we're in the bottom 3, it doesn't concern me at all, because we're not adrift. We didn't think we would be, but when you have obviously the run of form we've had away from home, it can happen. And tomorrow you get the win, you're on 11 points from 11 games. If you kept that average up, you'd probably be fine. And we've not really got going away from home, so there's different ways of how you look at it. I always want to try and put a positive spin on it, and the fact that if we can continue our home form in terms of performances and obviously points, our away form actually can't get any worse. So we have to look at it that way. But it's important we continue our home form, and tomorrow's a big game in the sense that we need to win the game tomorrow.
Yeah, your opposite number, Nigel Pearson, not involved.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's self-isolating through COVID. Obviously, you wish him well.
I will. I do wish him well. Obviously, I'll speak to Curtis and Keith tomorrow. He's assistant manager and coach, and we'll wish him well. He's a really, really lovely man, Nigel. I've come across him quite a few times. Great to see him back in a big club like Bristol, and obviously we hope that he's fine and recovers well.
2 international call-ups. Ronnie Edwards actually in the England under-19 squad. That's a reward, really, isn't it, for the development that he's shown?
Yeah, I mean, a reward and totally justified, and I'm pleased it's happened for the boy. If he continued playing the way he was, the next step would be the under-21s, in my opinion. To be playing on a regular basis in the Championship at 18 takes some doing. I have to say, there's not many that do it, and when it does happen, regardless of the size of the club, I think it's important that he gets rewarded. And Rob will be, with the background he's got with England, he's had a few phone calls about it, and obviously people have watched these games, and quite rightly he's in the under-19s.
And it's good, obviously, Conor Coventry involved with the Ireland under-21s. Obviously, one game, I don't think he's going for the second game, but it's good that he's going to get action, because you need all these players available.
Yeah, when they go, I think I always encourage people, the internationals are great, playing against different nationalities, different systems. I think it's really good for them. And obviously Connor at the moment has got one game, and there might be another one. We'll wait and see. He's actually the captain in the 21s. He was in the provisional full squad, but he's still in the under 21s. Jack Taylor was in his provisional full squad for Ireland. So at the moment he's not actually in the full squad. That might develop with injuries and stuff. So I think it's really good that we're getting more internationals. Obviously we've got Sammy that was called up and got injured. They're looking at Jono as well. And so there's things developing there, and I think it's important. But I think obviously we wish Connor and Ronnie all the best in the Galway.
And just before we do the team news, Jamal Campbell-Rice has joined the football club in terms of the working in the role that John Schofield did for a short period of time, and someone who's obviously got a wealth of experience in the game.
Yeah, it's an important role for the club, and Kieran and I sat down and went through it, and with Matty and obviously Simon, because they'd be working closely with them, and it had to be someone that we felt could work with them, because they're doing a very, very good job at the club. So it was an important role to fill, obviously John leaving. And we just felt he's got the personality, which is important in terms of what you get across to the players. The players took to him straight away, and he's got vast knowledge, good experience. A few of the guys know him anyway. He played with Andy Butler, so he's fitted straight in. I mean, he's a really important addition for us. I think he'll do very well.
And on the team news front, how is everybody from the week?
Everyone seems fine. Sariki had no reaction at all. Mark Beavers is ahead of schedule, so we're going to have an in-house game next week. He'll take part in that, so when he gets through that, touch wood, he'll definitely be ready for after the break, which is a big bonus. Ricky's coming along, so yeah, we're gradually getting there. But from the other night, there's no reaction from anyone. Everyone's fine.